Hi there. Welcome to the fiscal year 2025 General Operating Support Application Information webinar, and thank you for your interest in this opportunity. I'm Lindsay Dandio. I'm a program officer at the Arts Council, and I use she, her pronouns. I'm a white woman in my 40s with long, dark hair. I'm wearing a fuchsia colored blouse and light blue earrings. In this video, I will share with you some brief tips and highlight some information to assist with the application process. A brief note, if you would like assistance with accessibility needs related to this grant application process, please reach out to Accessibility Coordinator Mary Eileen Farrat at area code 609-984-6815, New Jersey Relay 711, or maryeileen.fouratt@sos.nj.gov. What is General Operating Support? General Operating Support provides funding to support the overall operations of New Jersey-based arts-missioned nonprofit organizations that meet the Arts Council's eligibility criteria. Organizations seeking general operating support are required to demonstrate a mission devoted exclusively to the arts and an artistic focus. Please note that an organization not solely focused on the arts is encouraged to apply in the general program support category. General operating support requirements also include primary service to New Jersey communities, year-round public programming, at minimum one full-time administrative staff person, regional impact, and a $100,000 minimum expense budget. These are some of the core eligibility criteria defining this opportunity, but there are several additional requirements, which brings us to the first tip. Number one, read and closely follow the General Operating Support Grant Program Guidelines. The FY25 GOS Grant Program Guidelines have been updated and changed to reflect the Arts Council's priorities and goals as identified in its strategic plan. As an example, note the new long-term residency supplement option. Whether you're a new or returning applicant, reading the guidelines is an important first step. They will act as the critical tool, providing details on eligibility criteria, additional requirements, instructions, and other components which are necessary for submitting a successful application. Many of the questions you may have are already addressed in the guidelines. From the point of interest through application submission, award, and reporting, the document contains important information to support every step in the process. Number two, take advantage of all application assistance and support that is available to you. Visit the Arts Council's website at artscouncil.nj.gov to find a full technical assistance package for general operating and other grant opportunity support, including virtual office hours, technical assistance videos, and supplemental information such as frequently asked questions, a glossary, and special guidance documents. There you will also find guides to using the SAGE grant system and to obtaining other necessary requirements. Virtual office hours will begin in October and follow a regular schedule through December. These sessions allow interested applicants to ask an Arts Council program officer specific questions. Office hours are discipline and opportunity specific and require pre-registration. If you are a new applicant and are unsure whether your organization might be appropriate for this or another Arts Council grant opportunity, or if you have a specific question, please reach out to Arts Council staff. The full staff directory is available on the Arts Council's website. Number three, start as soon as possible and think from the end. When reading the guidelines, make note of any area which will require information from other folks on your organizational team and reach out to them as soon as possible. Every organization is unique, but for general operating support, organizations typically reach out to program, artistic, human resources, development, financial, etc. staff, as well as their board to gather necessary information. Keep in mind, for the general operating support application, some items require board approval and others are also time sensitive, such as audits and financial information, strategic plans, etc. As an example, note the audit requirement in the guidelines. If you haven't done so, schedule your fiscal year 2023 financial review as soon as possible. Number 4, be mindful of common areas of delay, which include the SAGE registration process and gaining or renewing compliance with state and federal entities. State and/or federal compliance requirements can take an extended amount of time to register with, acquire, or renew. You're encouraged to start the process right away. Some of these requirements include New Jersey Charities Registration, Division of Revenue Requirements, registration with the federal SAM.gov system, and a unique entity ID. Please review the guidelines for the full list of requirements. In order to access the application, you will need to register in the state's SAGE grant and NJ Start vendor systems. Read the guidelines section, the SAGE system, how to access an application, and begin the process as soon as possible. Number 5, note the regional multi-county impact chart and requirements outlined in the guidelines for this grant. Applicants are required to demonstrate multi-county impact or a minimum 3-county reach of their organization in the application. Please carefully read the instructions and requirements. In addition to reading the guidelines, you're encouraged to read the frequently asked questions document for further assistance in this area, such as determining allowable data sources. Prepare ahead by reaching out to appropriate staff to gather the data. Data demonstrating the achievement of this requirement will be expected at the time of application. Multi-county impact is defined as serving audiences across 3 or more New Jersey counties. If less than 30% of the audience currently served is from outside its primary county, the organization is classified as having local impact. If any county comprises less than 7% of the organization's total audience, it may not count towards the multi-county requirement. If your organization does not meet the multi-county impact requirement, you may be eligible for the Arts Council's local arts program through the state's county cultural and heritage commissions. Local arts program funding is available in every New Jersey county. You can find information for your county arts agency on the Arts Council website. Number 6, all required components that make up the application are important and necessary to tell the story of your organization. Only applications that are complete and follow all the requirements detailed in the guidelines and in the SAGE application will move forward in the review process. You're encouraged to continuously reference the guidelines while completing the application and to also thoroughly read all the instructions and notes included within the SAGE pages in order to ensure the grant application will be deemed complete and eligible for review. Number 7, note the grant evaluation process and rubric. Completed applications that meet the eligibility requirements will be reviewed and evaluated by a panel of non-affiliated peers. Their assessment of your application will be based on the evaluation criteria detailed in the grant guidelines and an evaluation rubric. Visit the Arts Council's website to view and download a copy of the grant evaluation rubric for the General Operating Support Grant. You may want to use this as a reference when crafting your application in order to have a complete understanding of the grant program's priorities to help guide you and ensuring you're including important and relevant information. Number 8, be sure that the application has actually been submitted. To submit the application, do not forget to click on Apply Status under Status Changes. And finally, the last tip, number 9, above all, start the process as early as you can and do not wait until the last day to submit the application. Doing this will place your application at considerable risk should there be an unanticipated situation. While compiling the application is a complex process, in addition to seeking funds, your efforts will yield a rich repository of the work of your organization for you to draw from and be proud of. Thank you for sharing this time with me, and good luck.